Welcome to Uplift, inspiring stories to uplift the world. I am Gemma Serenity Gorokhoff, your host, and today we have a joyous guest to talk to you. Look at that, Joe Rockey Jr., the casino sales master, best-selling author, is pretty amazing. And Joe, take it away. What is it about cruise that is so interesting today?
Yeah, so overall, there's just something about being in an event that you have earned and something that just is so great from that. And that's what we really want to communicate with today's conversation is putting your employees and putting yourself in a spot where you have earned something and I have accomplished a goal, whether as an individual or as a team. And it just takes everyone to a higher level. But the problem is that companies just faded away from that. Now, there's been a general decline before COVID, but COVID really kind of took that out. And we're bringing cruises back as the specific way. And we're going beyond just giving people all of the top-notch stuff, which we include. So the balcony, the stateroom, the +1, the all-you-can-eat, and the beverages, that's all included. But what we're doing to take it to the next level at Elite Business Cruises is we are adding world-class trainers and speakers, which simultaneously makes the event tax deductible for everyone who takes part of it. But it also gets that extra, you know what, this company actually does care about me. They are investing in me. And the secret behind the curtain is that the company can actually guarantee that they made a profit before they actually sent you. Because think about how much it costs to find and replace an employee versus what you could be getting with the retention if they were all bought in. And guess what? You put a team together, you put a carrot that says, we get to go to some of the best places in the Caribbean. People run through walls for that. And the hardest to reach employees, now they want to connect. And maybe it has nothing to do with your business. Maybe it's because they want to show off to the most important person in your life. This is why I go to work here. This is why I care. And guess what? Being on a cruise setting is the best thing for teamwork, team building, and for all of the companies out there. It's easy. You don't need to worry about your team getting DUIs or scattering after the training. They're all on board with you with pre-made destinations where we have literally gathering spots every single day, the absolute best for building up positivity, building up growth. And companies that do this have just such a tremendous upside productivity, profitability, not to bury the lead, that comes through here. And it is just so amazing for everyone involved. And really, regardless of the size of your company, you can be a Fortune 500 or a small mom and pop store. You get all the same benefits regardless. And Gemma, that's why I'm so excited. And like I said, I like to bring uplifting things into the world just like you. And I'm glad we're able to talk about that.
That's pretty amazing. So it sounds like everybody on the cruise is a winner because just going and participate and be entertained on the cruise, discovering gorgeous spaces in the world, and at the same time, all the entertainers and the presenters and the speakers and those who are actually like bringing value to to all the guests on the cruise, it sounds like they too have a added advantage. I would even say an unfair advantage because there is a bond that creates, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that even people who are just going to on a cruise themselves on like a normal vacation, that they get this extra starting spot before you even begin because you're in essentially a built-in community of all these other people who are signed up for this specific part of it being the Elite Business Cruise. You have a community of, hey, I want to learn something and this is why I'm here. Maybe there's a specific speaker on your cruise that you just really want to listen to, you really want to hear. Well, the cool part is that unlike if you were doing an event in like Vegas where the speaker flies in, says their thing and flies out, and they might not be with you for your entire 4-day event, on the cruise, they're with you for the duration. Every happy hour interacting with you. So if you have someone that you really want to connect with, you can, and there's going to be ample opportunity. Likewise, you're surrounded by other peers that want to learn this information. And it's a great bonding and growing experience. And not to mention, you put people who've gone through an earning process. It doesn't even really matter what the company you had to do to make it. Maybe it's you had to make a better product that had less errors in it. Maybe you had to sell more units. But you put a lot of people who collectively have earned something. It is one of the most rewarding things as you see, everyone here really went through, and it goes so much beyond just, hey, I bought a vacation, but I earned this, I made this happen. And like I said, the team building and all of the people parts of the business take off. And there is no such thing as an AI substitute for that. I mean, you just can't. Better people make better results, and an AI can never catch up to it. And like I said, these elite business cruises are through the roof in terms of the return on your investment. And like I said, you can rig it to be profitable before you even leave. And that doesn't even count after you come back. Those few who didn't qualify, guess what? They're going to run through fire to be able to make sure they qualify next time, because now you have just built essentially you can do this. We know how to do this. And it was so worth it. You need to make it happen. And guess what? They do. It's almost like an insurance policy that people will always be motivated to want to work with you. And not to mention, it's really easy to recruit outside people when you have this perk, and you don't need to get into bidding wars to get the best talent to want to come to you. So yeah, so many amazing things that uplift your company, uplift your soul, uplift your spirit, that come from the elite business cruises.
How amazing is that? Is there a specific topic or a kind of topic that is recommended to choose your speakers and entertainers on the cruise?
So the cool part about that is we actually will custom make them to whatever a business wants. Now, granted, there's a size requirement, but if you want to do a sales victory conference where you're just bringing all your best salespeople in and talking them up, we can do that. We've had people do this where they bring their clients on board to make an incredible setting to communicate with them for what they have coming down the pike. Of course, we also do public ones for companies that aren't that large yet. And the speakers on there will range. You go on the website, Elite Business Cruises, and just find the package that's best for you. We've done these literally at all kinds of different events. We had a network of different podcasters that essentially did a women's only event. We've had another network of podcasters that literally did a fantasy football cruise. So we have done all kinds of different events, and obviously leadership training, sales development, all the important stuff that you need there, communication, all these things that we've done cruises upon. And we really leave it up to whatever you guys want to have to achieve. You're the one who knows your company. We're here just to give the magnificent event to, like I said, uplift and inspire throughout.
I love it. Uplift and Inspire, exactly the name of the show. Wow. Absolutely amazing. And another question also about the content. A few years ago with Sasha, we were invited to Mont Blanc, the luxury writing instruments and much more than that. And there was we were invited for 5 days in a hotel in Aspen. That was pretty amazing. I can even imagine that luxury item companies or even LVMH, how about that, would actually consider a cruise, because that is a much bigger guarantee that this entire cruise is just theirs for their clients to open up their new branded pieces and items and things like that. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, so logistically, it's going to be the same as you said there. So, just as you were going to take over a hotel, you don't buy every single room, you get the portion of it. But the cool part about what we do is we have private spaces within it. So that's where the community of everyone who is on board with this elite business cruise have. So yes, you have access to every single part of the facility, obviously every single part of the island that you go to. But that being said, most people want to have their private spot for just them. So this is where, hey guys, you get this private club, and that's literally what normally the answer is. Every venue and every cruise experience is a little bit different, but you have your own private space, your own private happy hours every day. And we don't overlap with the other entertainment of the boat. So you're not missing anything. It's all a value add on top of it. And like I said, whether you're trying to get your employees to buy in more to you, or you're trying to get your companies or your clients to join your company, or your biggest donors to give more to your nonprofit, being in an environment of a cruise ship is the ultimate blend of everything. Because you can have the people who want the top-notch, overstimulated excitement, all the way through the I just want to relax and mellow out on a beach in pretty much silence. So it can hit literally every single desire that a person can have while surrounded by fun, which you cannot overcome and understate how important that is. To go, you know what? No matter how hard work is, because let's face it, work's always going to have moments we don't like it. That's why it's called work. But they're going to give me this if I earn it. And it makes those hard boulders that you got to get over that hill just a little bit easier to push. And if every single one of your employees was able to just give that little bit extra, how much further does your company and then them as themselves grow? Because let's face it, when you go through and overcome something that's hard, you get better before it. It's so magnificent. And like I said, we use this as the ultimate carrot and attraction for that, because we're in a world where employee perks are horrible. And this is a unique, amazing opportunity that we like to share with the world.
Fabulous. What is a website we can go to learn more about that, to sign up, to ask questions, and to explore more?
Absolutely. It's Elite Business Cruises. Elite Business Cruises.
And I guess .com.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Just asking. Okay. And another question. How did you come in contact with this opportunity to organize cruises, or at least to work on promoting those cruises?
Yeah. So
your
personally, I have created 29 different businesses. And if you really boil down what makes a successful business or a failed business, it comes down to two relationships. That's it. The relationship that the business has with the clients and or prospects, and the relationship that the business has with the employees. So the cruises really can solve both of them, but specifically talking about the employee side, each of us have roughly 5 ways in which we like to be motivated from a natural birth standpoint. The problem is, as a species, there's about 20 options, and you like 5 of them. So mathematically speaking, there's a very large overlap of things that you're not fluent in and your bosses or your employees might not be fluent in, which creates natural disconnects. And if you think back to your past of any time you had a boss that you didn't like, it's probably because you had no overlap in what motivated you, or they knew how to talk about motivation. These cruises solve all of that problem. So I was sitting back trying to figure out how to connect to each and every single one of my employees. And obviously they're very diverse. Everyone has different personalities and all that. And this was the answer, was the mega event that brings everyone together. It gives appreciation. It shows that I care. It shows I'm investing in them. And then it breaks the barrier that most businesses punt and try to avoid, which is, how do I get into their personal lives? Because so many people don't buy into the business because the business doesn't buy into them. Why should I care about you if you don't care about me? It's a natural human being thing. It's probably a good personality trait, quite frankly. But this is a way for businesses to show, not only do we care about you as an individual, but we want you to bring one of the most important people in your life as a +1 on board as well. So we're breaking this barrier. And again, because it's an atmosphere of complete and utter fun, as well as training, it's like the ultimate like field trip for what they were meant to be when we were back in high school. And it really brings it all together. So what led me to want to do this was, how do I fix one of the most important parts of a business, which is that relationship between the business and the employees?
That sounds truly, truly inspiring. I know that I remember MLM companies are very, very prone at organizing trips to incentivize all their affiliates and distributors and IBOs to actually get motivated and rewarded if they achieve a certain amount of sales, which is pretty amazing. So I know that that has always worked, and the excitement built around that kind of incentive is quite high indeed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we do the same thing. I mean, for anyone who with both with our salespeople and the other podcasts that we go on that use the links, every single one of them have the opportunity to come on the cruise as well with their audience. So as a podcaster, not only do you get to have the opportunity to be on the cruise as well, but you get to be with your audience. So if you're out there and you're listening to Gemma, you're like, I really, really want to meet her. Well, then guess what? With once she sells the cruises, you get to be with her, and she'll tell you which one is the one that she wants to do. And that's like I said, it's so incredibly powerful because it's more than just listening to you or seeing you through YouTube, but actually connecting with people in person, actually being able to shake people's hands, give them hugs, and be able to tell your story back rather than just listening to the one side. So for the podcasters that we do this with and we cross promote with, it is absolutely phenomenal in terms of the return and the building up the relationship. Because let's face it, everything about life is a relationship. I mean, pretty much everything else is a tool that you can use to make relationships better. But the crust and the true value of life is always measured by relationship. I mean, that's the reality of it when you really sit back and look to see what are we doing here. That's what we're doing. We're building relationships.
Totally. Joe, thank you so, so much. I'm so happy and grateful to have you today on Uplift, inspiring stories to uplift the world. I really recommend everybody, elitebusinesscruises.com. Go explore and see for yourself how you want to get involved. There are so many ways. Thank you again, Joe.